the incredible force behind the Boys and Girls Club of Oceanside. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Miss Jodi Diamond.
Welcome to our 29th annual Boys and Girls Night Out. I am thrilled to be sharing this amazing Great Gatsby evening with each of you. What a fabulous night. We've traveled back to the Roaring 20s, a time of dramatic social and political change. It was the dawn of ready-to-wear clothes and home appliances like electric refrigerators and washing machines. And then came the radio. By the end of the 1920s, there were radios in more than 12 million homes. But the most important consumer product was the automobile. Now we had wheels, and the Ford Model T cost just $260. The good times were followed by the Great Depression, which began soon after the stock market crash of 1929. Wall Street was sent into a panic, and millions of investors were wiped out. By 1933, some 13 to 15 million Americans were unemployed, and nearly half of the country's banks had failed. Fast forward to 2016. We've come a long way since the 20s, but we still have so far to go. We have just come out of the worst recession since the Great Depression. Conflicts abound domestically and internationally. There is racial and religious strife. We are again in a time of dramatic social and political change. Whatever your political persuasion, I think we can agree that this has been a very negative, rhetoric-filled election year that has definitely not been business as usual. A profound generation gap exists between baby boomers, Gen X, and millennials. Millennials are young people born after 1982, who are born into a technological age and do not know a world without iPads, computers, and smartphones. And social media is an integral part of their lives. Instead of a radio in every house, there is a phone in every hand. Yet despite their being born into this techie age, this is the first generation that does not expect to do better or as well economically or educationally as their parents. Our youth have many worries. We asked them, and here is what they said.
We are worried about community violence. There are gangs in our neighborhoods, and only 2 short months ago, a 15-year-old teen girl was murdered in a gang-related shooting at a park blocks from where we are tonight. We live with the threat of school shootings and domestic terrorism.
We are worried about bullying in person and online. It is harder than ever to get away from bullies because they can reach you through texting and social media. It is hard to escape it.
Like adults, we are worried about money and how we're going to pay for college and get a good job.
We are living with our parents longer because we have to.
We are worried about self-image and are developing eating disorders in record numbers.
78% of girls are unhappy with their bodies. By age 17, we are seeing it younger and younger. Our girls need to worry less about dieting and clothing size and more about excelling academically in the fields that will contribute to our success.
We are worried about social injustice. Today, young black men without a high school diploma are more likely to be found in a jail cell than a workplace. There is nearly a 7% chance that an African American man without a high school diploma will be in prison by his mid-30s.
Our young people are shouldering big burdens, and the club is here to help. We do not want to lose one more young person to gang violence, incarceration, lack of education, unemployment, or hopelessness. None of us do, and with your help, we can pave the way to a better future for all of our members. We know that when young people are in the club, they are safe. When they are in the club, they are mentored. When they are in the club, they learn to be of service to others. When they are in the club, they are inspired. And when they are in the club, they are held accountable to do their best and be their best. They are expected to graduate from high school with a plan for the future. We know that 90% of our club alumni graduate from high school. We want 100%. With your support, we can make that dream a reality.
My name is Julie Hernandez, and I am part of the 90%.
My name is Renora Bowen, and I'm a part of the 90%.
My name is Andrea Tierney, and I am a part of the 90%.
My name is Dorian Craig Jr., and I am a part of the 90%. Knock 'em dead, my dude.
My name is Adrian Garcia, and I'm going to be part of the 100%.
These are our success stories, and with your help, this is the impact the club has on young lives. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine that we are engaging youth in the thrill of performance through dance and drama, the joy of learning music, keeping them from hearing the loud slam of a jail cell door. Imagine that we are sharing the excitement of STEM learning and STEM careers, that we are teaching our youth about the stars, showing them what they need to reach for them, and keeping them from dropping out of high school to become another sad statistic before their young lives have barely started. Imagine that we are offering them the chance to learn life skills and marketable job skills, and we are making sure that not one more youngster falls through the cracks. Imagine that we are ensuring more Julies and preventing one more teen from dying in our parks. Imagine the possibilities. We are ecstatic to unveil our plans for the Center for Innovation. This fabulous square-foot addition will include a culinary arts teaching kitchen, a performing arts center, and a stream lab. There are booklets on each of your tables that describe this wonderful project. We invite you to be part of this exciting journey. The Culinary Arts Teaching Kitchen will give our members a place to cook, experiment, and create. 2 years ago, we went from prepping snacks to making over 100 meals. We had to grab our teens to help prepare these hot meals, and a funny thing happened. The teens began to gather in the kitchen, have conversations, formed friendships, and actually began to enjoy the culinary process. They took ownership of creating the menu, making signature dishes, and kicked us out of the kitchen so they could get things done. This is what our Culinary Arts Teaching Kitchen will do. Empower our youth to not only learn the skill and art of cooking, but more importantly, a skill that could potentially lead them to future employment. The Performing Arts Center will provide a dedicated space for members to engage in music, drama, and dance programs. Seeing our teens get up on stage and perform in front of you, having the courage to do so. We have so many stories of youth who were shy, too embarrassed, didn't feel worthy enough, and yet several of them performed for you tonight. And our R.O.A.D members, if you only knew how long they practiced for this, each time with intense focus, learning their parts and belting out their song. Imagine if you were or are a parent of a developmentally disabled child. How often have parents with a disabled child been able to sit in the audience and see them up on stage performing to their heart's content? All of us were able to enjoy the magic of music, and this is what the Performing Arts Center will provide. Our Stream Lab will be an interactive, state-of-the-art facility in which our youth can experiment, try, fail, and learn important problem-solving skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Imagine the possibilities if youth like Julie, who found her passion for life and her love of chemistry at the Boys and Girls Club, were to be the next inventor for the cure of the Zika virus or cancer. We have to inspire our youth to see that science can be wickedly engaging, exciting, mind-blowing. We need to roll up our sleeves and get dirty, tinker, explode, and be innovative. The Stream Lab will be all that and more. I hope that you share our vision this evening and join me in creating a great future for each of the 1,100 youth we serve every day. It ain't easy getting up here and asking for money, but it is my job. And I'll add to that by saying it's not because I have to. It's because I am so committed to what the club does and what my amazing staff do. I know the impact that is made at this club is immeasurable. We not only change lives, we save lives. That is why I am relentless in raising the expectations for our youth, relentless in pushing them to succeed, relentless in standing before you and saying, we need your help. There are envelopes on all of your tables, and I am asking that each of you make a gift. Everyone can participate in helping our youth, and every amount makes a difference. It can be a one-time gift, or like I do, you can give monthly. I ask that you think about Julie, Renardo, Andrea, Dorian, and Adrian. The impact you can make on their future, and give as big a gift as you possibly can. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight and for ensuring that great futures start here.